Hey guys, so here is your lesson for Friday, April 3rd. Today we're going to talk about renting a car and what the costs are that go into renting a car for a couple of days. So typically when you rent a vehicle, you might be charged a daily rate plus a per mile rate. Or you might be charged a daily rate with no mileage rate. It just kind of depends on the plan you pick. Either way, you have to pay for the gas that you use. You might also have to pay for insurance on a rented vehicle. So there's a couple things that go into renting a car. You have your daily rate, a per mile rate, or per mile charge, gas, and insurance. So those are the four things that could go into renting a car. It just depends on the company that you rent from and their policies. So a couple examples here. Real quick lesson today. 3 problems, then we're done. Winona Sims rented a car for $30 a day for 4 days plus 22 cents per mile. So $30 a day for 4 days, 22 cents per mile. Sims drove 430 miles and spent $33 on gas. Find the total cost and the total cost per mile to rent the car. So, okay, $30 a day for 4 days. So she drove it for 4 days. 30 times 40 gives us $120. This was the price just to rent the car. Okay, then it says 22 cents per mile. Well, if she drove the car 430 miles, the mileage cost was 22 cents times 430 miles. Okay, 22 cents times 430 miles gives you $94.60. And she spent $33.90 on gas. We don't have to multiply that by anything, we just add it into the price. So if we add up all these 3 things, you get $248. Oops, sorry. Not writing what I said. $248.50, okay, for 4 days. That's what she's paying to rent the car for 4 days. So we found the total cost, and the total cost per mile would be, well, she drove 430 miles. We take $248.50 divided by 4 days. So that's $62 and approximately 30 cents per, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. It's per mile. So we're actually going to divide by the number of miles she drove, which is 430. So $248.50 divided by 430 equals approximately, you get a decimal, you get 0.5779. When we deal with money, we always round to the first 2 decimal places. So 5 or above, give this a shove. This is 5 or above, so we give this a shove to 8. So per mile, okay, it's approximately 58 cents per mile is what she paid. 2. Joe Wozniak rented a car for 3 days at $39.95 per day, plus 20 cents per mile. He purchased the collision waiver for $10 per day. Wozniak drove 468 miles and paid $36.70 for gas. What was the total cost of renting the car, and what was the total cost per mile to rent the car? All right, so we have $39.95 per day. That's your price just to rent the car. So $39.95 times how many days? 3 days. Sorry, I didn't highlight that. So $39.95 times 3 gives you $119.85. Okay, that was for the price. Plus 20 cents per mile. Well, if they drove the car for 468 miles, okay, that's 20 cents times 468 miles. Gives you $93.60. He purchased the collision waiver for $10 per day. Well, the waiver cost, if it's per day, he rented the car for 3 days at $10 per day. So 3 times 10 gives me 30. And he paid $36.70 for gas. Okay, we don't multiply that anything, it's just a flat rate. So $36.70 for gas. Add up your 4 numbers. When you add up these 4 numbers, you should get $280.15 for 3 days. Okay, that was your cost for 3 days. Now, if we want to know the total cost per mile, we take what we had, $280.15, and we divide it by the total miles they drove, which was 468. So 280.15 divided by 468 gives you 0.5986. And remember, we have to round 2 decimal places for money. So 5 or above, give this a shove. Well, this number is 5. 8 is 5 or above, so we give this a shove. 59 plus 1 is 60. So really, our charge is 60 cents per mile. And the last one. Okay, William LaFrance rented a van for $45.50 a day for 5 days. The mileage charge was 35 cents per mile over 120 miles per day. So each day it calculates how many miles he's driving. If he goes over 120 miles, okay, at 121 miles they start charging you 35 cents per mile. That's what that means. He drove 112, 162, 95, 180, and 144 miles for the days rented. So each day, there's your 5 days. Those are the miles that he drove each day. Gasoline cost him $77.88. He paid $15.50 per day for the collision waiver. Find the total cost and the total cost per mile to rent the van. Okay, so $45 a day for 5 days. So here's the price. $45.50 times 5. Each day it's $45.50. So $45.50 times 5 gives us $227.50. The mileage charge was 35 cents per mile over 120 miles per day. Well, how many of these days did they go over 120 miles? Nope, that's good. That's over. That's good. That's over. That's over. Now we have to figure out how many miles over 120 are each of those 3 days. So I take 162 minus 120, and I get 42. 180 minus 120, and I get 60. And 144 minus 120 gives me 24. Add them up. 42 plus 60 plus 24 gives you 126. So he went 126 miles over the allotted mileage. So we have to take 126 and multiply it by that 35 cents per mile. So 126 miles times 35 cents gives us $44.10. Gasoline cost him $77.80. So gas, we don't multiply by anything. It's a flat charge, $77.88. And he paid $15.50 per day for the collision waiver. So the waiver is going to cost him $15.50 per day. So he rented the car for 5 days. So when we multiply that by 5, you get $77.50. Add all the numbers up, all 4 of these numbers, and you get a total of $426.98 for 5 days. Okay, if we want to know the cost per mile, we take our total and we divide by our total mileage. So our total mileage, you're going to have to add up our numbers from here. So 112 plus 162 plus 95 plus 180 plus 144 gives us a total mileage of 693. So we take that $426.88 and we divide by our total mileage, which is 693. And you should get approximately 0.6159, which again, when we round 5 or above, give this a shove. So 5 is 5 or above, so we give this a shove to 62. So our answer per mile is 62 cents per mile. Alright guys, that's your lesson for today. If you have any questions, reach out. I can video chat or we can talk on the phone. Take a look at the assignment for today, and good luck.